What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, D'Endo commentary. Showing you guys a game that is probably going to be a little slower, but could be interesting. We got 902 1724 card, Goodman 1686. Alright, so 902 opened first with his Prophecy deck. He did a bunch of random stuff. I don't know exactly what. He had what's it called? He had the Spellbook Tower. I think that's what he ended with. Potentially Fate 2. Card Goodman played Terraforming. That got him Black Garden. He ran over Blue Boy with Thunderbird. He's cut in half, by the way. Now, it looks like he summons Ice Hand after using... I think he's used a couple of upstarts. And oh my goodness, I think he's about to fucking go to town on 902's field. Obviously, Ice Hand's going to crash, and he's going to blow up some cards in the back row. And 902 scoops it up. That's crazy, right? Oh my goodness. Black Garden Beatdown for the win. I wish I could have showed you guys what happened in the first couple of turns. We'll just have to, for the most part, interpret what happened. But it looks like 902 was obviously sitting on a couple of bad cards, and he knew that, or, alright, here, I guess the predicament was, there was nothing stopping Card Goodman from basically going through all his hand monsters and crashing, because every time he summoned a hand, 902 was going to get another token. The problem was none of those tokens could actually get over the Thunderbird on field, so it's not like he was in any danger or anything like that. 902 was just going to lose all of his back row until Card Goodman could actually get over, all of his back row, and then he just used Thunderbird to systematically take out all of the back row. So this seems to be a duel that would easily be in 902's favor. I mean, I think that Prophecy is one of the major players in the format right now. Just nobody runs it. The deck is amazing. Like game one, it's really, really good. Especially going first, I think it's probably one of the best decks of the format. I mean, outside of like the Soul Charge bullshit where, Infernity can get 12 cards, 3 breaks, and a barrier. You know what I mean? Like that's the bullshit that you can't really account for. But, I feel like its typical opening is a little stronger than Bujin's. I feel like if you get Fate plus Tower, I mean, how does your opponent really fuck with you at that point? Tower should pay for itself most of the time, turn one, because a lot of people aren't running MST in the main deck. Fate should be able to take out a card by itself. And then you should have Prophecy, had a little Prophecy Spellbook boy just sitting there chilling. Now, 902 opens with 3 cards in his back row, which is a horrible, that's a horrible sign for Prophecy in general. The only thing I can think of is that he wants Card Goodman to play Black Garden first so that he can play his tower over it. If I was Card Goodman, unless I have a hand monster like Ice Hand, I wouldn't have done that. And it looks like he does have Ice Hand, so what the hell, right? Now he has Ice Hand. That token comes out in attack mode, buddy. No cheating here. So, obviously, Card Goodman is thinking, alright, well, if you're not going to try and play your spellbook cards, you're going to sit on a bunch of back row, then I'm just going to attack into these tokens. Alright, now he has to go neg-1 using a Fiendish Chain on an Ice Hand, which is an awful play. Oh my goodness, does he really not have any live spellbook card? I thought he was just like bluffing so he could play his tower over this, or that so that he could play secrets and then play tower over it. But holy shit, 902 must have an awful hand. And either way, even though he just he activates Rivalry of Warlords and then Torrential Tribute, okay, that's fine, but he can still pop this back row card right here with actually, what the hell am I thinking? He can blow up both cards. The Torrential still resolves. He can blow up both cards with its effect. So what is 902 doing? I mean, like how would those two, I mean, maybe would they miss timing or something? Like how are the Ice Hands not triggering? Now Card Goodman is saying that he has lag. Okay, I guess they missed timing or something like that, because it's not the last thing to happen. I don't understand that much. Anyways, so 902 throws down Magician, which means the cards in his hand all have to be, I mean, they pretty much all have to be spellbooks, right? Okay, he revealed his hand to 902. And he plays Grand Tower over Black Garden. He doesn't have any spellbooks in his graveyard though. So how, I mean, I don't understand how he expects to get any mileage out of that Grand Tower. Now this guy I think is 800 attack, so he can be beaten down with, I guess, a little bit. I guess the best monster here, if you're Card Goodman to draw, is probably a Thunderbird or a Wind-Up Rabbit. I'm not sure if he plays Rabbit because I guess Thunderbird's just better in most situations, although Rabbit is technically searchable by Tinky. I don't know if Rabbit is that good anymore. You know what I mean? Like, Thunderbird just seems like it's better. So, I would imagine... Oh, wow. He counters the Prophecy Spellbook Tower instantly by playing yet another Black Garden. And, oh my god, he just used Fiendish Chain on a token. So, yeah, you can't do that. It doesn't have an effect. My god, 902, you are so bad. Tokens don't have effects, bro. They're tokens. So, anyways, he revealed obviously that his back row is Fiendish Chain, and he must be really, really desperate if he feels like an 800 monster is a serious threat to him. I mean, I don't know. So, anyways, 902 looks like he's trying to get his life points straight, and play goes to him. Now, his cards in hand that he used to summon Magician with must be awful. Like, it must be, like, 2 Eternities or, like, a Fate in an Eternity or something bad. Maybe it's a Life in an Eternity or something like that. Regardless, he's currently getting beat down by a simple token. I mean, this is unlike anything that I've seen in Yu-Gi-Oh! In a long time. I've never seen a token do this much damage. Like, when have you ever seen a fucking token attack for 2,400 damage? I mean, for real. He's getting beat down by a fucking token. And he doesn't have any aid coming. I mean, I believe Card Goodman has some cards in hand he wants to summon. It's just, he's locked down by this rivalry, so, you know, it's like, what can he really do right now? And 902 continues to pass. Well, not to mention the fact that 902 has already revealed his Fiendish Chain, so you probably want a monster that can play around that. You see Mind Crush, Thunderbird, and Fossil Dyna. I would take that Mind Crush so fast, so that if you happen to top deck Secrets or Blue Boy, I can just be like, Mind Crush, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, whatever you play, I'm just going to Mind Crush it. Not to mention, Blue Boy, I'm not sure how much work he puts in right now, because he'll totally get his ass whooped by that token. Like, seriously. He will get fucked up by this little token, because Blue Boy will be, what, 250 attack? I mean, he ain't doing shit with 250 attack. Not against an 800 token. So, 902, or excuse me, Card Goodman sets one, which we'll assume is Mind Crush for the time being. And, he flips over Mind Crush. Now, he knows some of the cards that are in 902's hand, and I guess one of them was an Eternity, and now he gets to look at his entire hand. So he's looking at his hand. It doesn't give me any new information, but Card Goodman does, so I can speculate as to what I think it has, or what I think 902 has, and Card Goodman insinuates that his hand is garbage. Seriously, he's getting beat by his fucking token! Oh my god! How are you losing to a token? This token has done 4,000 damage. For real. Like, that's fucking real. I'm trying to think, what could his hand be that it is that bad that he can't summon anything? I figured he might have an Eternity and, like, a Fate. Neither card is good. He finally gets a Blue Boy. It would be just hilarious if he just warninged it. Alright, Card Goodman doesn't seem to be concerned at all. He plays Secrets. That obviously he's going to search. And he gets a token. It's in attack mode, by the way. He gets a power. I imagine he plans on using the power and then attacking the token. Okay. Ooh, Compose Escape Device. Oh my god, it's been a long time since I've seen that card. Okay. So I guess 902 is going to call traps there. And yep, okay, I remember that card. Yeah, both players pick a monster on their turn, and it happens at like resolution, so you can pick your Wind Up Rabbit or your Thunderbird, and then you can still, you can still actually activate their effects, and they're still like legal. Oh, that's what he had. He had a Crescent Library in hand, and he couldn't activate it because he already had Tower in the graveyard. Now, 902 tries to play a second power by using Spellbook of the Master, but that gets DD crowed, so he isn't able to copy it twice. Now he is going to be able to trigger his Tower. I mean, he is going to be able to trigger his power, which I thought he'd get Tower or Fate. Tower makes the most sense because Tower just turns that off, so it's actually a plus here. So down goes Black Guardian, and Card Goodman needs to come back here, or he needs a monster basically. So although I would imagine that he has some monsters, he couldn't summon them because of Rivalry. You know, Rivalry was just doing like too much. Now 902 does have one dead card in his hand. That library is not going to be live anytime soon. He has way too many cards in his graveyard. Even if he sends one back, he's got Master, he's got Secrets, he's got like fucking 2 dead towers in there. I mean, it's going to be like forever before he can use that fucking library. So I would ignore one of the cards in 902's hand. You know that you have to play around Fiendish Chain, and you know that there's an unknown card. So obviously you want to summon something where Fiendish Chain isn't going to just completely destroy you. And then obviously, if you can, you want to take out the Grand Tower as well. So Card Goodman is looking at his graveyard. I think what's it called would be a good card in this deck. I think Pot of Dichotomy would be a good card. Alright, so down comes Thunderbird. And I guess he's going to attack Blue Boy. And Blue Boy dies. Obviously 902 knows that he can't use Fiendish Chain. Ooh, main phase 2, he's going to activate freaking Terraforming that he had set. This is going to be the third of each player's. Each player has played their fucking field card 3 times. This is crazy. Black Garden is probably going to be played over Grand Book Tower, and 902 is scooping it up. Oh my god. You talk about just getting destroyed. But, I mean, he kind of had a comeback going there. That is crazy. I mean, to see Black Garden anti-meta just completely tear apart spellbooks like that, there's no way in hell I would have thought that was going to happen. Especially, I mean, he resolved power. He basically got everything that he wanted, and he still just got destroyed. So, thank you guys for watching as always.